My colleague, Shayna Saroshek, she's my junior colleague at the Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. She's the principal investigator for a study in patients with relapse disease, relapsed Waldenström's, using an antibody-drug conjugate called Loncastuximab Tesirine. Loncastuximab Tesirine is a medication that uses a monoclonal antibody against CD19, but has a specific payload. So the antibody not only goes and finds the malignant cells, but actually deposits a payload inside the malignant cells, inducing the death. Now, this medication is already approved by the FDA to treat patients with aggressive lymphomas. And this is the first experience that we have on an immunotherapy of this nature in patients with Waldenström. So it's an innovative study. The second important aspect of this study is that we are doing this in the context of the WMNet. The WMNet is a think tank of about 25 different academic centers in the United States that we have gotten together to be able to run clinical research in patients with Waldenström. So we have the clinical trial project, we have a database project, we have a biorepository project. And I'm the principal investigator for that specific project. And this study is actually the first study that is being run as a network. So it's actually a very important study for me. So in this, the study is designed to actually enroll about 30 patients. And this is the initial analysis on the first 7 patients. The idea of this study is to it's a proof of concept. We wanted to make sure that we are not, treating our patients with a treatment that is not effective. And for that reason, it's an interim analysis. And for this interim analysis, what we needed is at least 1 or 2 patients who got some type of response to be able to make sure that we are in the right path to continue the study. Thankfully, we are actually seeing an efficacy rate that is way beyond that. Actually, the majority of the patients who have been exposed to this agent have responded. So we are way beyond, the range of futility. So the idea is that we can continue enrolling these patients and hopefully finish enrollment, within the next year or so, to be able to add this new treatment that seems to be very effective in patients with Waldenström. Now, the design of the study, we wanted to make it tailor it for patients with Waldenström's, being an indolent disease that is incurable, compared to a curable disease like diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, for example, in which patients continue treatment all the way to disease progression. Here, the idea is not to cure, but rather to control the disease. So for this reason, the design was just to give patients 6 cycles, once per month, with a higher dose on the first 2 cycles and then lower doses in the subsequent 4, and then stop at 6 cycles. So this is, again, a finite duration treatment. And based on the initial responses that we're seeing, we're very encouraged that this could potentially be a treatment option for the future.